Good morning, everyone. Namaste. We are going to call on Archangel Michael to place the white light of protector on us with this blue seal, as well as we're going to call on Edgar Cayce. We're going to be reading on my Edgar Cayce on Atlantis, and we currently are reading on the introduction portion of it, and it says, should an engineer jeopardize his professional reputation, invite his friends, scorn, risk public ridicule by writing a book supporting the legend of Atlantis? The answer is probably no, unless he happened to be been on speaking terms with Edgar Cayce, familiar with his work, particularly his life readings. I was on speaking terms with his Edgar Cayce from my birth at 1918. This is his son that wrote this book. Until his death in 1945. He was my father. Furthermore, I have spent a great deal of time studying the records he left, especially the set of life reading concerning Atlantis. First, I should like to summarize the legend of Atlantis and introduce the reader to the Edgar Cayce life readings and theory of reincarnation. Only then will it be possible to understand the fantastic idea and events depicted in the amazing Atlantis documents. The information from these readings have been arranged to best of my ability in chronological order. Books, encyclopedias, and newspapers have been scanned for discovery that have been confirmed statements made by Edgar Cayce. Finally, the reader is presented with a summary of information together from my opinion of importance to him in particular and America in general. There are good, perhaps imperative reasons why these data should be seriously considered. Let us turn to the legend of Atlantis and the argument against its existence. So we're on chapter 1, the legend of Atlantis. Atlantis believed, discovered, but not Aegean, not Atlantic. A headline in the Norfolk Ledger, Star, July 19, 1967. The same story appeared on the same date in New York Times, and the headline, Minion City, found 34,000 years, is linked to Atlantis. Both stories refer to the discovery of Minion City buried under the 30 feet of volcanic ash on the island of Thera in the Aegean Sea. It is charged with the excavation where Dr. James W. Maver, the Wood Hole Oceanographic Institute, and Miss Emily, Professor of Arts of Greek, Wesley College. Maver and Miss Vermeulen linked their discovery with Atlantis because there is evidence that there is advanced civilization because it came to sudden violent end. Notice both headlines. The news value of the story is not much discovery, practically intact, of the city that flourished about 1500 BC, but it is possible connection with fabled Atlantis. This is the most recent attempt to rationalize the Atlantis legend by changing its location and date. The oldest known mention of Atlantis is found in two of the Plato's dialogues, Timaeus and Critias, which date in the 5th century BC. Plato introduces Atlantis in a conversation between Solon and certain Egyptian priests at Sais as a large island in the Atlantic which sank in a volcanic catastrophic some 9,000 years previously. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. It is a lot of words that I've never seen before, so keep that in mind. But I absolutely love learning about Atlantis. I really resonate with Atlantean and Lemuria. I was told I have a Lemurian heart, so if this resonates and you've made this point to this part in the video after all that, just know that, you know, I believe when reading these books and hearing these books that we are awakening codes within us from that time period. So I hope this helps. I love you all. Have a blessed day and namaste.